Sorry about the delay, guys. Give me a few minutes. Let's just gonna wait for everyone to come in before I start. Did I go through or not? Damn. Alright guys, let's start the live. Tectum looking super good. Here. Yeah, Tectum just I don't think it's gonna go too much lower. We could potentially see maybe a wick down to around maybe like 11, maybe a 10.5 region, possibly. It keeps coming down here, but there's a lot of support right here. Every time it touches this region, it keeps bouncing back up. So with Tectum specifically, I would potentially put buy orders lower down, maybe somewhere around like 10.5, 10.2 for the big bags. And then I would just DCA very slowly. You know, the market is crashing right now. You know, whenever Bitcoin goes down like 2-3%, 5%, altcoins just go down at least another 20%. And it's just continuously happening. And I think the insider people who got insider news are definitely selling their bags, because I think the data tomorrow will potentially be Powell is going to stay the course. He's not going to cut rates. He's going to stay higher for longer. And then, you know, we'll probably see another dip down to around 62, potentially 60K. And then we'll probably go even lower than that, possibly, if that could be the final shakeout. You know, you guys got to think about, you know, BlackRock's buying at these levels. A lot of institutions are buying at these levels. So if they don't think there's going to be a bull run ahead, you know, for those people that are becoming a little bit too bearish, if they didn't think that there was going to be a bull run ahead, why would they buy Bitcoin now at these prices at 60K? So this is how you got to think moving forward. The market is crashing really hard right now, specifically altcoins. Bitcoin and stuff is doing all right. It goes down 3%, 5%, then it just goes back up. There's a lot of institutions that's kind of playing around with Bitcoin. And eventually, you know, if you look at total free now, it's back down to its October lows. And, you know, if it does go a little bit lower than that, generally what happens is whenever people give up on altcoins and they start putting their money into Bitcoin and the dominance goes up, that is generally when altcoins find their bottom. So, and I think we are getting very, very close to that. I think that because altcoins keep going lower and lower, people are going to eventually capitulate into Bitcoin. And then as soon as they do that, then that would be the bottom for altcoins. And then we will never see these prices again. So everyone that's DCAing right now, you know, you got to think about 2-3 months ahead. You can't think about in the short term. If you think in the short term, you're going to trade with a lot of emotions. You're going to sell, you're going to panic sell. You're going to, you know, and this is another thing that a lot of people try to do, is where they will buy, where they'll say, I'll sell my bags now and then I'll buy it lower. But the thing with that is you can't time the bottom. You know, what if it drops another 15% and it bounces back up and you never get those prices again? So you can never time the bottom. You just got to DCA very slowly. The best way to DCA is, you know, let's say you got a region for a project. You know, you got a DCA. I would DCA around, let's say AGI, for example. You know, it's come down to around, actually, we've got Tectum on the screen. Let's say Tectum, for example. If you zoom out, you know that there's a lot of support around these regions. So between the 9 to the $12, there's a lot of support here. And you can see all the way here, there's support here as well. So there's people still holding their bags over here before it had that parabolic run. And all the people that bought over here, they're just slowly selling. But the people that are long-term investors, they're going to hold around these regions. So you put buy orders, to $10, $9. Just put it there in case it wicks there. If it wicks there, it will always come back up very sharp. So then when that happens, you'll be up around 20% on that big bag anyways. And that will bring your averages down, a lot. So this is the way you DCA, so because there's a lot of support right here, I would put buy orders 10, 10.5, maybe a big buy order like 9.9 or something like that, 9.8. That's the best time to DCA these altcoins because a lot of them have very sharp wicks down. My comment got deleted. I said I finally caught my issue. Oh, did it? Who deleted your comment, bro? How did your comment get deleted? I don't even have no mods on. I can't delete comments on here myself because I'm not signed in, which is a bit weird, but what am I buying so far? Well, I bought a little bit OTK yesterday. No, today actually. I bought a little bit of OTK around these regions. It was like around 22.5. I missed that big sharp wick down here. It was around like 21 something. But this is why you always put these buy orders a little bit lower down. Because a lot of a whale just market sells, it will crash the price back down, and then all the people that are there, they will buy up the price, and then it will just shoot back up. And this is exactly what happened here. A whale dumped, and it just shot back up. So I bought a little bit OTK. I put buy orders for AGI, but it just didn't hit. I put it at like 19.95, and it just went 19.955. So I was like 0.05 off. Which pissed me off, that did. So I know I'm DCing a little bit AGI, a little bit AI Tech. AI Tech's come down significantly as well. And these are the coins you can trade as well. So what I do is, with these projects now, in a couple of weeks, when the market turns green again, these will go back up. So what I do is I buy a long-term bag, and then I grab a bag for a trade. I specifically AGI and AI Tech, because I know they're so strong, they're always going to bounce back up. So you grab a trade bag now, and then you grab a long-term bag, and then whenever your trade bag goes up like 20%, 15%, you can just sell it off, and then you made money short-term. This is how the best way to maneuver in these markets. This is how I do it. You grab two bags, you grab a large bag, for your trade. You grab a bag for your DCA, and then you can always just cash out your profits and leave your initial in there. And that's the best way to do it, because then you also get a free bag. If you take your initial out, after like a 20% pump, you get more tokens. In the long run, it always helps out. I'm beyond skin, can't buy anything at the moment. Well, if you are beyond skint, the best thing to do is not to gamble, but put like a small amount, let's say like something like $50, $30, and to try play with some meme coins. I got a guy in my private community who turned $20 into 30K trading meme coins. So, I got a very expert in the meme community in my VIP group. And he turned I think it was $20 into 30K in a space of like a month or something. Month and a half, I think it was. Or 2 months, I don't know. Maybe he's probably doubled it now. I don't know how much he's got right now. But, he showed me his bag. He showed the group his bag. He had $20 and then he turned that into 30K in a space of 2 months. So, you can do that. But you have to be very lucky though to do something like that, bro. That is how S-Bird, welcome to the stream, my friend. T30, Demetrius, Fishnick. I think as time goes on, more people will roll in here anyway, so excuse me, 20 into yeah, bro, 20 into 20 bucks into 30K. He done that in like 2 months, which is crazy. I couldn't even believe it because, I remember he was asking me to give him $20 and I was going to send it to him, but then, I went to sleep, and then the next morning I woke up and he turned that $20 into like 10K, and then that 10K flipped into 30K. So, some people get lucky, and that was his last $20 in crypto. He basically gambled, lost all of it, had the he sold like his PS5 or something, or PS4, and then with that last $20 he had, he flipped it and he made 10K. But not everyone can pull that off though, let's be honest, bro. Not everyone can pull that off. But the best way to maneuver now, as the market moves forward, we've got FOMC tomorrow. You know, I think that insiders are selling their bags, as it probably is bearish. So the best thing to do is wait before you DCA. As I said, have buy orders lower down, as they could wick and then wick back up, and that could just be like a 20% gain for you in a space of like 5 minutes. So Bitcoin will be very volatile tomorrow as the FOMC goes on. And I think if it stays the course, we will be heading lower. And that could potentially wreck some altcoins. Some of them will hold up, but majority of them will get wrecked. If you go on Crypto Bubble, you know, you can see on the day, every single altcoin is red. You know, everything is come down at least 10 to 15%. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing though. Oh, is that Minato? Oh shit, I know who that is. Bolson holding up well. Good RWA project. I think Bolson was the one that was it that one you shared T13. I do remember this token. Or maybe you haven't shared this. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, this is holding up fairly well, to be fair. If it breaks past this here, then you will be going lower. But if it holds up here, then ultimately it is still bullish. But it's looking like it's in a downtrend. It could potentially come down here, to be fair. Let's have a look at how Chirpley's doing. This is one that holds up extremely well. This is kind of holding up my portfolio right now. AGI was the one holding up my portfolio, and that just went down. And that just went down significantly in a space of like a couple of days, which is very weird. Yeah, this is starting to come down now as well. But there's a lot of support around here, around these regions, and then potentially around here. If it comes down here, that would be a very good buy opportunity for Chirpley, I think. That will probably bring it down to around 4 to 5 million market cap, which I think is a very good place to buy this token. It probably wasn't you. I've never heard of that token actually. I got it mistaken with something else, my friend. I don't think it is this token. But yeah, you gotta be very careful now. You know, I think we are coming closer to the bottom now. And this is why I told people not to DCA until June. Because it is one of those where... So even at AGI at 22, we wait for the DCA to correct. Well, yeah. So if you want to grab a small bag at this levels, I would not be mad. At 22, it is a very good DCA. Now, if you want to be one of those, you know, the best thing to do for this is, because it wicked down to 19.55, I think it could potentially come down to that level again. So I would put orders around 19.6 for this, and it could have another wick back down. So, you know, as I mentioned before, that is the best way to DCA. That's the best way to trade as well. For these projects, they have very sharp wicks. You know, AGI just has these random wicks where it'll go down like 20% and it will just shoot back up. And then those people just take profits and it will come down lower. And they just had another wick to about 19.55. So we could potentially see this come down again. Wait, did my order go through? No, it hasn't gone through yet. So yeah, I would DCA this now. You know, because in a couple of months, it's not going to matter if you DCA at 0.2, 0.3, you know, 0.19. It's not going to matter too much because you're still going to be in profits. But yeah, I tend to grab, with these two, I tend to grab a trade bag and a long-term bag for both of them. They always bounce back along with the market. Every dip, you can always just trade it. Twitter bearish calling for 40k. I don't think we're going to see 40k, bro. I think 40k is ridiculous. Unless some big news happens. But when we're getting close to World War III, it barely dipped like 10%. So what do you think Bitcoin's going to come down to 40k? Like, it has to be something, I don't know, like nuclear war or something might bring it down to that level. And nuclear war is getting very close because the West is really like, they're pushing the limits with what's it called, with Russia. Yes, Soul Flex, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. T13. AGI getting some nice wicks down, brought more. Very good move, Richard. And this is exactly what I've been doing as well. And I'm pissed because my order didn't hit for AGI. It was like 0.0005 or something off. You know, I should have put it a little bit higher. But I've got orders a little bit lower on AGI. I might just have to move it up a little bit in case it has another wick. But yeah. Generally speaking, setting orders is the smartest way to DCA, even to sell. Yeah, it is. Setting orders is the best way to DCA and to sell. If you market buy, market sell, you're going to lose a bunch of tokens. You know, the only time I would market buy or market sell is if I know someone's going to do a buy alert, for example, you know, like 2 seconds after, 5 seconds after, the pull just buy alert out. Then I would market buy, because after a buy alert or pump, but any other reason, I would not be market buying or market selling. That's what the newbies do when they panic. Just put limit orders, put multiple limit orders. If they all hit, then you're lucky. If they don't, then ultimately, you know, even if some of them hit, then you'll still be all right. You want me to have a look at Clo AI? I do hold Clo AI in my portfolio, but however, it is a moon bag. You know, the team's not doxed. But to be fair, for Clo AI, it hasn't been dipped too much compared to most other projects. It has come down quite a lot, but not as much. You know, this is just a normal correction from the highs. If you can get this under like 1 cent, I think it'll be a good DCA. I called this around here. It's like 0.001 or something that I called this. But if you can get this under 10 cents, it's not a bad project. But I don't think it's going to run as much as AI tech though in the GPU narrative. So I would definitely choose AI tech over this, 100%. Softflex, how are you, my brother? Are you okay? Am I bullish on Aero? I don't even know what Aero is. 500k, 500 million market cap. I don't really touch projects this large generally. Oh, okay. So this is the central liquidity for market for the base network. Yeah, this is a good project, to be fair. I do like this project. In terms of returns, I don't know how much you can do though. Look how big the market cap is. But this is a good project though. Yo, this put in numbers, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, this will do well. Your base is a very bullish chain. I just want my duel to be unstake so I can sell the crap out of that. But duel is a scam. It's not a scam in a sense, but it's a terrible project. It will still be around. But a lot of people stake this. I don't know why. But yeah, this hasn't come down too much. It has come down a lot, but not too much. Do I think AGI has bottomed? I think it is close to the bottom, yes. I think AGI is close to the bottom. I think it's a good DCA right now for AGI long term. Yeah, look at this. The last support was about 19. Despite what this tells you, it whipped down to about 19. Even though that says 23. I don't think it's 23 though. But on Mexi, it whipped down to about 0.19. So as long as it doesn't break past that region, then we could even see like 11 cents and something, 16 to 11 cents. That would be ridiculous though. That would be a very good DCA. Walking down from the gym, been trading meme coins recently, mostly from Sepro. Yeah, Sepro's been doing a lot of meme coins, which is kind of what you want to do anyway, so at this stage of the market. Meme coins are putting in some decent numbers, to be fair. So trading meme coins right now is not a bad move, as long as you don't risk too much, because obviously for Sepro, if 300 people buy after him, he's always going to make money, but that doesn't mean everyone in his community is going to make money. Yeah, so with the SDK for tech term, I've already looked at this. This is not bad, you know. This is not too bad. These type of projects is always the ones that do well. Is the little shitty games, like very terrible games, but it always does well. The market cap is quite high, but however, this isn't a bad project. It's not too bad, I don't think. Am I bullish on Aero? Yeah, I think Aero will do well, T13. But would I buy it? I wouldn't buy it, no, because it's too high in market cap. It's like 500 million. You know, I'm more of a degen investor. But this is a good project though. Is the liquidity for base? Base is going to be around for a while anyway, so this could do a couple, like at least 8 to 10 billion, possibly. Depends on how big base is going to be. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Southflex. Unless you catch them right on time, you're not going to be able to get into these meme coins. Unless you're like in the inner circle or something. Yeah, base memes are right now on fire only because of Brett. When Brett was doing really well, now everyone's shifting to like Brett's, Brutes, all different types of Brett tokens. Let's go on the Dex screener. You'll see. If you go on the base network, all of the tokens right there are like everything to do with Brett. Baby Brett, and they're all kind of similar. Something like this, for example. This just launched right now. You'll see this go up and it'll just die back down. Some of them survive though and they do well. Majority of them just die. This is the Kinder Inu, right? Was one that I found at 200k market cap. I found Kinder Inu. It was shared to me by another group in one of my private groups. One of my insider groups. And I found it at 200k market cap, but however, I faded it. And I think it went on to do like around 1000x. Which kind of pissed me off, that did. But you can't really tell though, innit? It's like it just looked like a normal dog meme coin. And I wasn't really interested in meme coins at that time. So, whoever held that ball at that price, they done 1000x, which is ridiculous. I think this one did really well recently, Chinese Brett. Yeah, this one did really well. Meme coins are going parabolic now. I mean, Brett's father. What the fuck? Fret, what is Fret? Is that, can I even find that in here? You can't find all of them on the list, which is weird. So it's 300k. This is coming down now. It's not bad. It's not bad though. Hello, my friend. How are you? It's good to see you. Nah, you're not late, bro. You're not late. I've only been live for like literally like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't even know. Yeah, base memes are on fire. Solana's probably going to switch soon. You just need, all it is like if a token's doing really well on Solana, then there will be a bunch of, of the same similar tokens. A bunch of people will come out with a very similar token. For example, I'll give you a prime example, right? Where's that one gone? Did it rug? Yeah, this one here, this Pawn Star one right here. This one right here, right? This is for the boys. How do I zoom back out, bruv? This one right here. Yeah, that one right there. That one, this one performed really well. And then straight away, you've seen a bunch of copycats come out straight away. I think there was what was it? There was another one that was out. This one right here come out straight away. Now it's rugged though. But there's always like little copycats that come out straight away. As soon as one does well. So you kind of have to catch the one that's doing really well with meme coins and then find the alternatives for them. So this is, as you can see, all the Brett ones. Demetrius keeps zooming in, yes. No, I can't do that, bro. I'm coming down with it because I'm not home and I can't sell. Check track is getting destroyed. Yeah, these BRC20 tokens are getting violated now. So with the sorry, Fishneck, I got carried away. With the SDKs, they are in works right now. However, I don't think it is going to be out anytime soon. However, when I went in the Telegram, there was people trying out the soft nodes, and it was working. They said that it wasn't working for months, but recently it was working. So it is very close. Now with Tectum, when the SDK goes live, then ultimately Tectum is complete, and then we can start seeing a lot of projects building on Tectum, and we will see a lot of good price action for Tectum. And this is why a lot of investors are currently waiting for the SDK. So whenever Tectum does get the SDK, it will eventually fly, but you have to wait for that moment. I don't know when it's going to happen. Apparently all the teams working on SDK now, because that's ultimately the most important part for this project. So yeah, I'm not too sure when it'll be out. They haven't really announced it. Oh yeah, Ghosty. Yeah, Ghosty didn't rug. For those that people that didn't know, Ghosty did not rug. It just migrated to something else. What was it? Ghosty. Nah, he hasn't rugged. They migrated, but I don't think they told anyone about the migration. I don't know why people are buying this token. It's like people have literally moved already. What chain did it migrate to, Solflex? I don't even know what chain they migrated to. AI Tech bottomed. AI Tech keeps bouncing euro. If you look at AI Tech now, yeah, it keeps bouncing off that same region. It goes down to about 15.4, 15.5, maybe a wick down to like 15.2, and then ultimately it just comes back and it goes back up. So this is what I mean of if you grab a trade bag and you grab a long-term bag, then you can trade one and then keep one for long-term. And you can see it's just consolidating, goes up, take profits, comes down, buy again, goes up, and you can just keep trading it. That's the best thing to do with these AGIs and AI techs. Just grab a long-term bag and then grab a trade bag. These guys will go up in a couple of weeks anyway, so. They migrated to tap. Why would you migrate to tap? XTP, this one. There was a lot of hype behind this. I think it just died down now. They were getting some sort of license in the UK, and then look at this. This is just a pure rug pull, bro. Someone was trying to make me buy that shit token, but I ghosted. I remember buying that. Mora target. Look, my only concern with Mora is I would have bought a larger bag ages ago. But the only problem with Mora is they will have no games out. It's a very good project. I do like the project. It will definitely pump when gaming takes off. However, you want to hold the tokens that's going to give you the most returns. With Mora, they're not going to have a game out because all the games are AAA. And these type of games take very long to develop. So Mora's only going to have little clips, little footages of these projects. And then that is when it would be the best time. I would hold Mora for the game run and just sell it. I wouldn't hold it for the bull run. That's what I would do. I don't think it's worth holding it for the bull run. But I do hold a small bag, but not even significant though, because they're never going to have a game out, which is why I don't think it's worth investing into it, with a large bag. Rockathon, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Jose, good to see you as well. Yeah, Tet is also a launchpad, you right? They're like an incubator for the projects. Yeah, track is getting violated, bro. Look at it. I think all of ordinals are getting violated. If you can catch this around like 40-50 cents, I think it would be a good time to buy track. That would be a decent time to buy tracks because BRC20s will come back up at some point. This is holding up fairly well, the Audi. This is one that I'll hold in my portfolio as well. It is one that I'm currently still invested into, took profits, moonbagged, and that's it. You got word that Fret's Telegram got hacked and devs are going to apparently, I've lost all my money once again. Fucking hell, it got hacked. When they say it got hacked, that's just bullshit. All that it means is one of the developers have taken profits. No, but it hasn't rugged though. There's still liquidity. People are still buying. A rug pull is when they pull the liquidity. I see you had little concern on all. Yeah, I did have concern with all. Just because one wallet holds 90% of the supply. But it is a vesting supply. So is the supply a good day to DCA XRP healthcare? You're funny, Ross, man. I had a little concern with this project because one wallet holds 90% of the supply. So I did get a reply from the team, and they did say it is the vesting wallet. Now I'm just getting back to them to tell them why haven't you put it in a vesting schedule. But I'm not too concerned with alt because they do have US patents in the US, so they are a registered company, so they cannot just rug because their entire ecosystem relies on the nodes on the token. In order for you to use, in order for alt to operate, they need people, they need like the node owners, the people who's running the nodes, because everything, the storage side, is all run by the nodes. Without the nodes, alt cannot operate. So this is why I'm not too concerned with alt, even though they hold 90% of the tokens. You can't always be, with these crypto tokens, you can't always be too sure. However, because alt is got so many legit partnerships, they're registered, they got US patents, they got some big companies using them, I don't think they're likely to rug. Like every single person alt is doxed and registered in the US. So I don't think they're a rug, because without, on the crypto side, on the blockchain, they can't run their operations without the nodes, especially for the storage. So this is why I'm not too concerned with alt, but I did want to answer. But it is 65% mining and the rest is the vesting schedule. That is what the team said. So I'm not concerned anymore. My concern has been over. But it is good to, obviously, I had to double check, because, there's so many admins in there. That's what the admin told me originally before I bought it. But then I said I need the answer from the actual team. I don't want the answer from you admins. And they basically gave me an answer. So yeah, it is always good to double check. But yeah, I'm not worried no more. It's a Genesis account, so mainly it's for the vesting, and they have to distribute the tokens for the ecosystem. Dave, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Greetings from Mayo, all the way from Yorkshire. Oh, Mayo, is that you, my friend? How are you? It's good to see you in here. Yes, Mr. H, bro. All the OGs are coming in here now. Yeah, boys. G for president. Now we already got a president in the group, bro. We got Prez is out right now, so he can't be in here. I'll probably see Hoove in here soon, though. Are we getting the usual? Oh, you want to see the AWT and the ML rant? Someone has to ask about it, bro. Everyone asks about it one of the live streams. We had a guy that kept talking about our games, but ever since our games dumped a lot, he doesn't seem to come back on the stream. I think he wanted me to do a buy alert on fucking our games. And since then, it's come down like 40%. That's why you don't see him. Yeah, Gaylord is always in the house, S-Bird. I think I seen him earlier. Gaylord is up here. And Skid Marks will probably tune in soon. Where's Gaylord? He asked me a question. I think I might have skipped this question. Oh yeah, he asked me about Claw AI. Let's go through some of the chat. Yeah, Moontorp Chupuka, whatever the fuck it's called, it's not too bad. It's a little bit higher market cap, but I think it will still perform. Yeah, Aero is the main liquidity source for base, so it will do well. Ink AI, let's have a look at Ink AI. I've already looked at this project, but I'm pretty sure I have. I said this is not worth the investment. I need to start putting it down on here, bro, because I've already looked at this project multiple times. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, so as I mentioned, these are the large language models. Yeah, image, audio generations. There's probably around 1,000 of these projects, at least a couple hundred. I'll say around 50 of them, not a couple hundred. There's at least 50 of these different projects in the AI sector where they do the audio, the GPU, well, not the GPU, but the image generations. I don't know what the difference between this is and the others are. Have you tried this token? What's the market cap? 25 million, bro. I don't think that's worth the investment. It probably will pump though. But this is just simple LLM technology, my friend. These are nothing significant. LLMs are very old AI technology, and the majority of crypto projects do use them. And eventually this AI bubble in crypto will pump. Will pop. And then we will see a majority of AI tokens just die out because they're all just copy and paste. You can probably find 10, 15 other projects that do this, concept of AI, image and voice generation. You can just use ChatGPT for this exact same thing. It's just normal large language models. If you know anything about technology, you would know, the basics that large language models have been around for a very long time. It's very old. They've implemented it into crypto, and now people think that is some unique feature. But this is old technology, my friend. And I have looked at this project before. I think there's just better investments. There's no docs team for this either, which for me is a bit weird because what markets are they on? Are they on any good markets? Yeah, no good markets either. So, unless people buy this on Uniswap, which is a coin in 25 million, then people aren't going to buy this token. They're just better investments. It's almost back down to floor price as well. This was pretty much dead, and it just woke up randomly. So I don't think this ain't a worthy investment. Let's add this to the list. Ink AI. I've seen this before it launched actually. I just didn't think it would be a worthy investment. There is better investments than that, in my opinion. Let's go back down now. See what everyone's saying now. Opinion on 01 Labs. I'm aware of that project as well. I've pretty much looked at every single project. This is the ZK rollup one, isn't it? The AI one. Yeah, DAI. I had a look at this the other day. The website's a little bit confusing though. It is a little bit confusing. It's hard to understand exactly what it is, but for the, if a normie comes into here, they're not going to understand what this is. But decentralized AI, AI is very centralized. It's kind of run by the big companies as it is already. To make a very decentralized AI that's going to run is going to be very hard. But we do need it though. We do need decentralized AI. I think this is why I like all does decentralized AI, but they do it in a very unique way. Okay, so they got a contract, a program, which is not too bad. That means people can build on them for your dApp. Okay, DAI apps. This is like ultimately an AI dApp program. Chain developer resource. Yep. Yeah. This is like a layer 1, I think. Like a place where you can build dApps. It's not too bad. Obviously, I don't think for these type of projects that I don't think the team's doxed. Most definitely, I don't think they are. As majority of these tokens are generally not doxed. Let's go on the documents. Let's see if the team is doxed. These are the type of tokens you have to look into a lot further than just a quick look, because they are very complicated. Oh, they have a docs team actually. Well, they don't even have a docs team. Agent OX Herman Roasty. What the fuck are these names? Oh, they have the LinkedIn actually. Yeah, so the team is more or less doxed. No, they're not. They don't even have a fucking face. Let's see what Roasty's looking like. Yeah, these guys are not doxed because they don't even have a team with a face on there. So yeah, I mean they're semi-doxed. I'll have to look into this one further, my friend, because it's not one that I can just look at straight away and know what if it's worth the investment or not. Next live stream, I'll give you my opinion on this. Boys, hit the likes. There's like 20 something people in here. I don't know how many exactly there is, so let's hit the likes. Let's get the likes back up. Opinion on XRP mid-layer. But XRP is a fucking stable coin, bro. Make sure no one buys XRP. Isn't the team from our games the same as Walt? Pretty sure I heard this somewhere. Are you sure about that? I don't think it is. Because the team for Fabwell originally got rugged. So this is how Fabwell came around. It got rugged and they got taken over by the community. That's what happened to Fabwell. That's why it's not performing, because they're not really doing any developments. It's run by a community. People got jobs, people got other stuff to do. If they're not focusing on the project, ultimately that project's not going to do well. So this was already a rug that turned into, a decent project. Well, it was decent at some point. Now it's just pretty much dead. It's going to break past this region. It's going to keep going lower. This is a very old token. It's not worth the investment. But the team, I don't know who the team for Fabwell was originally. And I will have to look into our games properly in terms of the team. I've never really looked into it too much. But it is one that can pump, because this whole concept of like gaming, like car racing, I think when retail comes into crypto, I think it will perform. Where is our games team? Let's have a look at them, bro. Our games gameplay does look pretty good though. It's just that gaming's so dead right now that no one's interested in gaming. But it does look pretty good. And I think they're going to be on mobile as well. So, do you guys remember Real Racing? That was performing really well in the App Store. If you can get something like that in crypto while people can earn money, then ultimately that project will perform. Yo, this is an Indian team, bro. Maybe it was from maybe it actually was from, what's it called? From Fabbal's team, because I know Fabbal's team was Indian. Oh, this guy named not Indian though. So the co-founder is Rubina. They got some other fuckers here. What's their partnerships looking like? Did they have any big partnerships, these guys? I hate when these are so slow, man. Nah, they don't even have no big partnerships. They don't have no major partnerships. I'll probably pick ICNX over this. Hoove, welcome to the live stream, my friend. I was expecting you. I was actually waiting for you. Now these guys don't have no major partnerships. But it will pump when gaming takes off. The game is actually pretty good, to be fair. What do I think of Corpo and Mojo? Well, Corpo is overall a good project. However, the vesting is a bit harsh. And I think it will probably go a little bit lower before it's worth the investment. Now, if you got into it around here, when it first launched, the market was pretty good. Ultimately, it had a very decent pump. But all the early investors were up so much. And when they got their tokens, they just dumped it all the way back down. And I think this will go below 20 cents. And somewhere around 18, 17, 15 cents will be a good time to grab this token. And I will grab a bag around that region. Yeah, you're bro, I appreciate that, bro. Isn't a team. Okay, so did you talk about the market condition situation about the beginning? Yeah, I did. So the market situation right now, we are coming very close to a bottom right now. Now people are calling for 40k Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Unless we basically click away from, World War III, that's not going to happen. When we had that situation with Iran and Israel, that only dumped to 10%. For Bitcoin to go all the way down to 40k, that's like at least like a 30-40% dump. And I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see that happening. That's just too bearish in my opinion. There's no way you can be that bearish, because if you zoom out, look at all it dumped was from 70k to 67k. It could come down to around, if this is 50k, I'll be like, fair enough. But I don't think 40k is going to be the base. I would say 55 to 50k would be the lowest. Hoagie. Was that the guy that was on the screen? You're 100% sure? Let's go back on our games. Let's investigate this actually. Let's go back on our games. Hoagie was the I didn't see no Hoagie there though. Was there a Hoagie there? Maybe it's rumors. Oh, it was. Yeah, it is that fucker. Yeah, this is the fucker that fucked Fabwell, and that was made our games. That's not a good sign though, is it? Unless he's moved from Fabwell into this token, which is, I know a lot of people do tend to do that. Because Fabwell, there's no development going on, so that's more or less a dead token. AI tech will surpass Fetch in 5 months from now. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. I think Fetch is too many institutions in Fetch. But AI tech will give more returns than Fetch, though. Fetch is a few. Actually, no, Fetch is no longer going to be around. It's going to be ASI. So, yeah, it probably will, to be fair. Oh, yeah, it will, actually. It's only like 1.3 million. Fabwell, all of these tokens are going to go into ASI, and all ASI is going to do is just dump back down. And that money is going to flow into other AI tokens. So AI Tech, AGI, they're going to get a big percentage of ASI's market cap. That's what I think. Yeah, fuck all games, bro. Yeah, BVM did fall below $1, which is crazy. It's just come back up now. It's just above $1 now. It's $23 million in market cap. It's a pretty good token in my opinion. If you don't hold a bag, I'd potentially grab this around 90 cents to 80 cents. I think that should be the bottom for this token. That's why I'll grab a bag. Anyone who calls for 40k Bitcoin, bro, I don't think that's going to be the base case. I don't think that's possible unless some, major crisis happens. Maybe another COVID or something stupid like that. Could potentially bring it down to 40k. Other than that, I don't think there will be. There's just too many institutions trading this, grabbing a bag when it dips. So this is the only problem. The only problem with Bitcoin is now, because there's so many institutions involved now, any macro news can, destroy Bitcoin. Any bad news can destroy, any good news can pump it. This is just how it is. But every time Bitcoin goes down like 4-5% very quickly, then the altcoins get violated, they get destroyed. This is the only problem in the bear market. We're not in a bear market, but we're still in a bull market. It just takes a lot of time to develop. Yeah, so yeah, as Hoof said, Bitcoin is already priced in the news and it's around 62k. And I do agree with him. I think it's going to be around 62 to 63k. That is where Bitcoin should be heading. What are my top 5 buys today? I think OTK is, if you don't have an OTK bag, it is very, very low right now. It's a good time to start DCAing OTK. A small bag, it probably go down a little bit lower. But OTK ultimately is a very good time to grab a bag. If you zoom out OTK across the chart, it's almost down to its November lows. Almost. Yeah, almost at November lows. It kind of is November lows, to be fair. So OTK is a very good time to DCA. There's a lot of support here. I can't see it go down below this. Maybe a wick down to like 0.1716-ish, maybe possibly. But even then, that would be a good time to DCA more, in my opinion. Hey buddy, great stream again. What's your opinion on Duel? Yeah, I don't like Duel, my friend. Anything with GPT, game GPT in their thingy, I just don't like that concept. And it's only $60 million in market cap. I think it's too high. But Rainmaker was decent though. But I don't really like this, my friend. It will pump though. It will definitely pump. I'll have to look at the investing schedule for this. But I personally would not buy this project. No, I wouldn't. I don't think it's a good project. They don't have the license to host all the tokens they host on their game. Where did they get the license to host Valorant? I think it's a Valorant or something. I don't think they've got, the license to host any of these games. League of Legends, Valorant, I don't think they have. This is my only concern with this project is I don't think they have any license to do that. And this is another thing with Dubs. There was a very similar project to Dubs last cycle, and they got sued and it rugged because they're using other games without the other people's permissions. And then when they catch them, when these projects grow in the bull run, and people find out, and ultimately, they can get sued. So this is the problem with Dubs. You can wager on different games, but they're not. These guys are not compliant. So this whole wagering stuff is all a gamble. You have to be very careful. Even though this is a very good token, it is still risky because they could get sued at any time. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this team, bro. Look at this little faggot right here. I don't think I can trust this guy right here, bro. So yeah, some tokens are good projects. They're just not worthy investments because they could rug, they could get sued. So you have to be very careful with these projects, my friend. Mojo is decent. It's not too bad. Mojo's not too bad. But Corpo would be a good investment, just a bit lower down though. The vesting is harsh for the next 2 months. Yeah, I think for the market conditions, you have to wait until tomorrow to see what the FOMC meeting is. I think it will come down though. I think it will dump to about 62k. So it's better to have buy orders lower down. This is why I'm not DCing anything today because, I think we will potentially go down lower. And you just know because the insider people get the news before everyone anyways. And you can see them, they're just dumping everything back down. So I don't know if it'll be worth the investment currently. So this is why you gotta be very careful investing into anything right now. Just wait until FOMC is over and then DCA. Because I think it's already been priced in, as Hoof said, that 62k. And if it goes down to 62k, that's like another 6-7%. You know, if you have buy orders lower down, then it might wick off those buy orders and it will go back up. And then we could consolidate for a little bit longer. And eventually we will start heading back up because altcoins are being wrecked. The more money that flows into the ETFs of Bitcoin and ETH, the bigger the alt season will be. And this is why it confuses me how people worry, because, you know, we've never had a Bitcoin ETF. We've never had an ETH ETF. The amount of money that will flow into them will eventually go down to the altcoins and it will come down to our low caps. So this is the way you got to think moving forward. You know, if you got 2 months to invest, 2-3 months, eventually they'll cut rates. You know, they have to cut rates eventually because otherwise we're going to go into a recession. And it's already priced in because unemployment's already going up. So the higher that goes, the more likely we'll have a recession. So they need to cut rates before it goes. You know, it's already 4%. You know, generally when it hits 4%, it can go up to like 8% very quickly. You know, unemployment is a lagging factor. And all the rate cuts that, you know, that all the rate hikes that was happening last year will be felt in the economy this year. So this is why the Fed has to be very careful not to overdo it. And the fact that we're in an election year as well just adds to that tension on the Fed to cut rates. So as soon as they cut, you will see a very sharp wicks in a lot of altcoins in the entire market. So yeah, take this advantage while you can. DCA very slowly. There's no rush. You don't have to DCA all your money straight away if it goes down. There's always chances it could go down lower. But this is why if you DCA slowly, you always, you know, because no one can time the bottom. You can't time the bottom. No one can. You know, it's all a guessing game. So if you DCA slowly, you know, add more liquidity every month, then ultimately in the bull run, you will be rewarded. That's the best way to maneuver, in my opinion. And, you know, whenever the market dips, a lot of people, that's, you know, especially when there's the first cycle, they get very nervous. But you have to detach your emotions because you're here because you believe Bitcoin's going to go past its all-time highs and there will be an alt season. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in the crypto space right now. So you have to, you know, you have to detach your emotions, DCA, and just wait until it all comes into play. Because, you know, eventually, when Bitcoin dominance goes to a certain level, and ETH, you know, that money will flow into ETH and then altcoins and then into our micro caps, into our low caps. And that's when you will start seeing some real money. But you have to be careful as well not to hold all these tokens all the way to the top. You know, you got to take profits in stages. If you hold a token all the way to the 100x, I don't think that's the smartest thing to do because ultimately, in the bull run, there will be like 10, 20 tokens, 50 tokens rugging every single day. And this is why I tell you guys to DCA the best projects. You know, when you have these tokens with no docs team, with nothing to show for it, these guys will rug in a bull run because they're here for quick money. They're not here to stay for the long run. They'll probably launch a new token, you know, in the next bear market and then start all over again. So this is why I tell you, invest into long-term investments, invest in projects that are serious, you know, that's doing something different, that's actually trying to utilize, you know, the blockchain technology and develop something. And this is why I come on here and give you guys solid projects. Instead, I can give you 100 different projects right now. You know, I can probably name 100 projects for the top of my head that could potentially perform. But, you know, but they could rug as well. So this is why I tell you guys, invest in the top projects, the safe ones, because you want to guarantee as much money this bull run. So in the next bear market, all you're going to need is like a 5x, a 10x to make life-changing money. You know, if you're only looking for a 5 to 10x now, then you can ultimately get that very easily. But for those of you that have low capital now, you want to aim to get as much money as possible, as safely as possible. So that's the best way to maneuver right now, my friends. That's the best advice I can give you guys. Yeah, OTK is a very good DCA right now. as well as AI tech. BVM will be a good DCA around. Just a low. I would probably potentially wait a little bit longer for BVM. There was a lot of FUD at one point, but I think that FUD is sorted now. So we could potentially, it'll probably go a little bit lower, and then all the people that have conviction, all the new investors will come into BVM. They are developing still, which is still bullish. Yeah, US is under a lot of pressure right now. Biden's doing really bad. Canada's fucked up. Europe already cut. It's all on US now. And they will eventually have to cut anyways, unless they want to fuck up their own economy. Because the dollar's already dying. If the dollar's dying, it is ultimately bullish for crypto because people go for other safety nets. And Bitcoin is a very good safety net, in my opinion. Well, for most people. With the ETF now as well, there's going to be more people buying more Bitcoin. And this is why we're not seeing major dips. Even with all the drama that's been happening, Bitcoin only goes down like 10% and just recovers fairly quickly. Is that Anthony? Welcome, Anthony, my friend. It's good to see you in here, bro. Any good farming projects for us, Chief? There is quite a few farming projects, but I don't even know when they're going to launch, though. That's the only problem. There's a lot of farming projects in my public group. I have a few airdrop people in there that ultimately find the best airdrops. They're the ones that found Notcoin ages ago, and they made everyone just made a couple thousand off that. Some people made decent money off that, bro. Do I think the rate cuts? I think it will happen this year, my friend. I think it will happen this year. If we don't get it this year, then ultimately we will be in a recession, and we'll just have a prolonged bear market, which we'll potentially see a very big dip. I don't think they'll let it go into a recession though. Exactly, and when the token comes down more, there will be more opportunities. And this is why you DCA slowly. Because if you out USDT and it dips another 20-30%, you've just missed out on that 20% dip. So DCA slowly. You don't have to DCA a big chunk every single time, bro. And a lot of people make that mistake and they get wrecked. And I always tell people, DCA small amounts. You don't have to DCA large amounts, my friend. This is just how the best way to maneuver in the crypto. Exactly, I am very meticulous, whatever that word is. Whenever I make a call in my private group, I do it very. You have to be very careful because I may have a decent amount of liquidity, a decent amount of capital to invest, but not everyone in my group is going to have that liquidity. So I do not give buy alerts, DCA alerts every time a project goes down another 5%, another 10%, because it will probably go down another, a further 20%. But if I give DCA alerts every single time, not everyone's going to have that liquidity, to keep DCAing that project. So I'm very careful in when I give my DCA alerts. As I told you, I tend to do 3-stage DCA. So on my second stage, I will get it so your average price comes down significantly. Now, someone did ask, I forgot to answer them, is Munity a good DCA? Munity is almost a good DCA. Not right now. I would potentially wait a little bit longer. It is down 15% today. But then the only thing with Munity is they have the new game coming out very soon. And we will potentially see a big pump on that. Because the new game is a decent game. And it's going to come out on App Store and Google Store as well. So yeah, this will be a good DCA very soon. Shockwave is decent, my friend. Shockwave is decent. Yes, it's come down 12% today, like the rest of the market. But I think Shockwave will perform pretty well. Now, I would not buy it right now. I would wait for these levels right here before I DCA into this project. This will be my first DCA, and then you could potentially see down here as well. But this is like a 50% drop from here to here. So like I said, your initial bag should be something that you are willing for it to drop 50%. As I mentioned that yesterday on the live stream. Boys, hit the like. I'm giving you guys very good alpha for free, as Hoof just said. This is very good alpha. Oh yeah, I do need to make Ant a mod. I'll do it afterwards. I'll make him I'll make him a mod afterwards. I know you don't like Simverse. That was the reason for that. I pumped for the, of course, meantime. Yeah, Simverse is not a bad project. Don't get me wrong. It is a very good gaming project. I just don't think it's worth the investment right now. It's been holding up fairly well. This is Simverse, isn't it? What the fuck? I would grab it around these regions, bro. Maybe a little bit longer. I would not DCA just yet. Here will be the floor price for this project, and I think that would be a good time to hold this token. I wouldn't hold it for the bull run. I'll just trade it though. But this type of projects do tend to perform because it's something unique in the crypto. It's like GTA in crypto, which, you know, when retail comes into the crypto space, they're gonna like stuff like that because GTA is a very massive game. So yeah, I do think this is a decent project, my friend. Just look at the volume. The volume is very impressive. It's over 1 million. The market cap's 3 million. The volume's like 1 million, which is pretty decent, to be fair. Not gonna lie, that is actually very decent. But yeah, I would potentially wait a little bit longer for this project. I do think it's a good project. I did hold this once upon a time, but I kind of sold it, you know, on that pump, on the gaming pump. But I will grab this again for a trade. I think it will do well. What do I think about Alchora? Is it an old project that's performing pretty well a few weeks ago? Not so much now. Alchora is decent. I don't really hold this anymore. I kind of sold this. Put it in other projects. But this ain't going to do much though. It's only $28 million in market cap. How much more do you honestly think this can do, bro? If you got into it really early, then I would say it's worth to keep your bag. You know, maybe around these regions. Let's say around here. If you got into it below 1 cent, then I think it would be worth the investment. But right now, if you was to buy this right now, I wouldn't even touch this project. It's too old. It's on BNB. BNB is a dead chain. And I think there's better investments, my friend. For 28 million, why would you not just buy OTK? OTK is like come down to what? 6 million? 7 million? I'll just buy OTK over Alchora. But if you have it for a long term, it could potentially do like another 5 to 10x possibly. Gaming's so saturated now. There's so many gaming projects. It's going to be very hard for them to pump, for all of them to pump. But the more money that comes into crypto, you know, the better it will be. You know, a lot of people's not going to buy all these gaming projects with horrible tokenomics. There's no incentive for them to buy any of these projects. You know, people are not stupid. They're not going to buy a token with very shit, fully diluted investing schedule. So yeah. And good to see you, my friend. You finally got some time. Yeah, I would not touch Alchora at these prices, my friend. I don't think it's worth the investment. Boys, drop a like on the stream. You know. Do you have any other small cap gaming projects which are worth buying? Yeah, I mentioned one yesterday, actually. No, I haven't bought this just yet. But, you know, I made a video on this. Well, I did mention it in a live stream. And it pumped like 50% or something. I don't know if you guys bought this. Someone's bought this. But I mentioned it yesterday. It went from this. It almost did like a 2x very quickly. But this is a decent gaming project. A very micro cap gaming project. I wouldn't touch it just yet. I think it might go a little bit lower. But it is well below seed prices. Very, like, a lot below seed prices. I think seed was like 0.25, about 2.5 cents. Now it's come down to 1 cent. But I think I would grab this under a cent. That would be a very good time to buy this project. Because if you look at just the buzzwords behind this project, you got Disney, you got Sky Mavis, you got Ronin, you got Facebook. You know, you've got a lot of buzzwords that can make this project pump. When retail comes in, sees the market cap is only like 400K, they're going to instantly invest into this project. Even though these Disney partnerships are not all the way legit, because these ain't really partnerships. It's just that the team worked for these companies, Facebook, Disney, you know. But Ronin, Sky Mavis, you know, YGG, these are legit partnerships, and these are the same people that's backing Corpo. So yeah, these partnerships are legit. The teams, you know, it's the same team. A couple people from the Axie Infinity team. The games are quite easy. They've got the entertainment narrative. the gaming narrative, and the sports narrative. So it covers 3 different narratives. Now the game itself is not AAA style games. It's like simple, very simple arcade style games. They have cricket right now. However, they'll have football, for American soccer. They'll have that. And then they've also got a betting platform as well. They've got the Bold. They've got Bold, which is the gaming. They're going to have football, soccer, MMA. Simple games like this, like games you can play on your phone. These are the ones you can actually play on your phone. They have an app. You can actually play this on your phone right now. They got very simple games like this. Play it, earn the token. It's just simple games. These are the ones that do perform OTK type games. When they have football, when they have MMA on here, and when they have the other sport, there's one other sport on here. I think it's car racing. When they have all of that developed, I think this project can perform really well. Because it's arcade style games. You earn the token, but it also covers different narratives. You can place bets on here. I don't know why it doesn't let me load this shit. But yeah, they have multiple different... Sky Mavis, Ronin, these are very big companies, and these guys are partnered with them. I think Ronin is the most used chain for gaming. They have the most transactions on their game. So yeah, this is I don't think anyone ever talks about this project. I've not seen anyone talk about this project ever, even on YouTube. But simple games like this, the website looks very professional. They've got the buzzwords, partnerships. It will perform in a gaming run. Whenever gaming takes off, I would definitely grab this project. But right now, I would wait. I don't know why this not letting, but they do have a betting website as well. No problem, Ross, my friend. No problem. This is free alpha for you guys. Free alpha. Only people that subscribe to my channel will get stuff like this. I was going to gatekeep that project until gaming took off, but I just thought, fuck it, I might as well drop it. Oh, Carrot, yeah. Carrot is a very good project. It is a very good project, Carrot is. They've got some massive partnerships. Very big partnerships. They got a game coming out. They've got a movie coming out or some shit. I don't know exactly what the movie is. I haven't really looked into it, but however, this is a very good project. All the top influencers are shilling this project. If you got into this early, around here, 40 cents, 50 cents, you would have ultimately been performed pretty well. It would have been like a 4x for you, 3 to 4x. But this is a very good token though. I kind of faded this shit at first. But because the website looks so shit, I just thought, what the fuck is this, bro? This looks like a joke. But the actual game behind the token is actually pretty decent. If you've seen the trailer, I don't know if I can find the trailer on here. Let's have a look. Here's the trailer. The trailer for this game is pretty decent. It's like some bunny shit. You got these bunnies running around. Hey, hey. Look at that little fatty. Yeah, the trailer for this looks really good. They have another trailer. I can't really find it, but they got some big partnerships. They got partnerships with like Disney and Warner Brothers and a couple other big ones. Let me see if I can find the partnerships. Let's go on X. Let's see if we can find the partnerships on X. Is this one here, My Pet Hooligans? This is their game. Just look at just the game for this. Yeah, this ain't it. The game looks pretty good, like really good. Look at that game. That's pretty good for a crypto project, to be fair. This is something that people will play because look, it does look pretty fun to play. If they can get this on mobile, people will play this. And if the earning reward is pretty good, then this could be one of the top performers in the gaming sector. There's not many gaming projects of this quality. in my opinion. It's running smoothly. They've got some massive partnerships. They got a lot of funding. They can ultimately develop the project pretty well. And this is what a lot of projects are lacking funding. I wouldn't be surprised if you see this on a tier 1 exchange. So yeah. Oh, it's already on a tier 1 exchange. It's on Coinbase already. Crypto.com as well. Yeah, this project is pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, Soulflex, it looks pretty fun, doesn't it? This is what I'm saying. Like, these projects are not too bad. Just brought it. If it drops 50% from here, I'll forget about it to buy. Fucking hell, Chris, you already bought it already. Any tokens you bought today with the dump? Yeah, I bought some OTK today. I put some buy orders for AGI. It's gone back up now. I bought it like 22.5. I bought some, I DCA'd a little bit more tech term. I always DCA a little bit at tech term because not too much. This is one you can, tech term is another one you can trade. You can buy it here and it'll just shoot back up, trade it, grab a long-term bag and then trade one another bag. All the people that's new to the stream, like the way that I do it is, I grab a trade bag and then I grab a long-term bag. So because all these projects always bounce back, I think Tectum has found his base now. It's going to keep coming down here and it's going to bounce back up and it'll come back down again until the market takes off. Maybe potentially you might have a wick back down. Same thing with AI tech. It'll come down. I'll grab a trade bag and then I'll grab a long-term bag every time it dips. So one bag, as soon as it goes back up, I will trade it. And another bag, I'll just keep for the long term. And every time it drops, I'll keep adding to it. But then you're making money as you're adding to your long-term bag. So this is the best way to maneuver because these are fundamentally some of the best, whether it's the strongest projects that are holding up on these dips, And this isn't nothing crazy. It's like this already dipped down here and it came back up. And I think it will go back up as well. So with these tokens, grab a trade bag. When they go back up, just sell it. And then grab a long-term bag around these prices. Always put your buy orders lower in case some whales sell, it wicks down, it can hit your buy order and you've already up like 10-15%, very quickly. This is how I DCA my projects. Only the fundamentally strong ones, you can DCA them and then grab a trade bag and then, and then sell it when it goes up. These always recover anyways. I'm not concerned with AGI or AI tech or Tectum because they will come, once Tectum has the SDKs, then I think it will go parabolic because that's the only thing people are waiting for is the SDKs because then, people will build on Tectum then. Without SDKs is no one has the incentive to build on them. But once the SDKs are around and it is close, because, if you go into the Telegram, people are actually trying the soft nodes and it's actually working now. So they're getting very close to being able to have a proper product. Soft nodes are revolutionary. Yeah, but this is why so you put multiple buy orders. As I mentioned, you don't just put one buy order because you just don't know when it's going to hit. I put multiple buy orders. For AGI, I put one at 19.5, 19.6, some at 20 cents, and I have one at 18, just in case it might whip there, I don't know. I put a large one at 18. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, I got 19.5, 19, 19.6, 20. All of those will hit. And in a couple of weeks, it will go back up. You can trade some, you can hold some long term. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you at that stage. And I do the same thing with all of them. I put buy orders for Tectum all the way like 10.1, 11, 11.1, 10.5. You just don't know which one is going to hit. But if it hits all of them and it bounces back up, then you can have a large bag to either trade. You can trade some, you can hold some. If you need money, you can always just sell it because you got a large bag at the bottom. It's up like 20%, 30%. You can always trade it and move money and do whatever you need to do with it. And the same thing with AGI and AI tech and these are projects that's always going to bounce back. With OTK, it does tend to bounce back, but the bounces are very small. It's not really worth it. I want to just hold it long term. Any tokens? Yeah, I bought that today. Carrot can still do a 20x without breaking a sweat. Yeah, Carrot can potentially do a 20x, I think. I think you can do a 20x. I think it's a very good project. It's one that, people will hold for the long run. And there's a lot of influence behind it, a lot of big partnerships, a lot of funding behind the project. You know, I never really looked into it until someone in my public group. There's a lot of free alpha in my public group. For those of you guys that don't know, there is a lot of free alpha. There's other people making calls. It's not just me in there. There's a bunch of other capable shot callers there. You know, Carrot was one that I found in my public group. I wasn't even aware of it. You know, even I have to, you know, learn new tokens sometimes because it's hard to get all these tokens. There's always people looking in different areas. So the more people, you know, you have in a group, the more gems you can find potentially. Crypto Crew University is calling for Bitcoin to pump for the next week because volatility is very low. What do you think? Bro, anyone who guesses, it's all a guess game, bro. You just never know, do you? If Bitcoin was to go down to 62k, it will pump back up. Yeah, I mean, it will pump back up. It all depends on how big the drop is. You know, boys, drop a like on the stream. There's like 30-something people in here, bro. I need to see 40 likes. I don't know how much likes I have because I can't really check. But let's get to 40 likes. 38 people, that's not bad still. Let's get to at least 40 likes, boys. And I've been live for over an hour now, giving pretty good alpha today. Pretty decent alpha, to be fair. Yeah. There is one more token that I will be buying very soon. Now I am getting but seed prizes for that token. It is launching in Q2. Is there 35 likes? Let's get to 40 likes, boys. You're thinking of going all in Booba? That's crazy. That's a meme coin, my friend. Let's look at the chart for Booba. Oh, is that Jamie? Jamie, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you on the live stream. Drop a like, please, if you... I'd say the chart's looking pretty decent for Booba, though. 5.5 million, 5.7. Liquidity is locked, which is always good to see. Now, the chart is looking pretty decent. It's kind of holding this region. If it has a retest right here, then we could potentially see another wick back up. So yeah, this is not a bad investment for a meme coin right now. I haven't really looked into the community behind this, but as long as it doesn't break past this region, it will probably pump again at some point. Now, because the entire market is dumping, meme coins will potentially keep rallying in the short term. I do think that, you know, people are kind of gone away from utility tokens at the moment. You know, the people that don't like meme coins will always DCA their utility tokens. However, most people are just trading these meme coins. So yeah, I think it is smart to trade these meme coins, to be fair. It is very smart. There's no reason for you not to trade these meme coins, you know, and then make money in the short term. This is what I do. Like, you know, someone in my VIP called a meme coin. It would pull like a 4x yesterday. I called one Brat, which done a 16x, you know, in the space of like a day. So it is always good. Was that FUD? Nah, it didn't look like it rugged. It didn't look like it rugged self dumb, because, you know, if you look at it, it was like a wick down. A lot of people tend to do this to buy more. You know, you kind of see it held this price up. That is exactly right, Jamie. That's exactly right, bro. You trade these meme coins and then you add to your long-term holds. This is the whole point of meme coins. You're not supposed to hold these meme coins, you know, to the bull run, because 99% of them will die when the narrative changes. When utility tokens pick up again, most of these tokens are going to, you know, meme coins are going to die. So you trade these, make money, and then roll them into your long-term holds, because the meme coin narrative is not going to be around forever. You know, it's already coming towards the end. Your entry NPC is a beast. Yeah, NPC is doing really well. I remember when that first launched. I wish I got into meme coins earlier, bro. There's so much money in meme coins. Is it this one? Yeah, this one's a beast, this one. Look at that, bro. It just keeps going higher and higher. As utility tokens die, meme coins will go up, will keep going up, to be fair. Fucking hour, already an hour and 20 minutes in. Let's take a little ad break, my friends. Where's my fucking link? Little ad break, my friends. Those of you that do want to join the private community, I don't really like shilling it too much. I'll do it once in a blue moon. But it is £30 a month, which is fuck all. I do give the best alpha. I do make the most gains. I have made the most gains amongst other YouTubers. So if you are looking for a private community, you can join with £30 a month. And if you want VC allocations, portfolio review, you can pay for this one right here. I don't really want to show the other tier because I don't like having too many people in there. But these are the two tiers you can access. You can join. I'm pretty active in there as well, to be fair. But yeah, if you guys want to do trade meme coins, it is the best time to add to your bags. So, but with meme coins, you gotta know people though. Twitter is the best place to find meme coins. If you want to find some good meme coins, just look on Twitter. Follow the people that all you need is like one influencer, one known influencer. The one that I called, I done a 4x. Well, someone in my group called it done a 4x. The reason he done a 4x was because some Bazinga guy kept shilling it. So you follow these guys that keep talking about meme coins. When they talk about one, get in. When they keep shilling it, it will do like 2 to 3x and then just get out. Simple as that. That's just how it works. You have to adapt to the narrative, bro. If meme coins are pumping, you have to adapt. You can't just sit on the sideline because you're not going to make no money. And all your utility tokens are going to keep going down. And this is why I started investing into meme coins for short-term gains. Maneki did like a 3x, 4x. Peng did like a 5 to 6x. Brat done like 16x. The Pickle one, I think it's called Pickle, done like a 4 5x. If you got in the price where the other guy called it did like a 12x, but with the price that I got in, we did a 4x. So there's a bunch of capable people in the group calling meme coins. Upspec. Yeah, exactly. WOM did a 14x as well. That's another one. WOM did a 14x in the VIP group. And there's always people calling, one of them did like Pickle did like I think it did like a 12x, 13x when one of the guys called it. WOM did a 14x. There's a lot of money to be made in the private community. That £30 you spend, you made that back very quickly. That's just how it is. This is why it's worth the investment. It's not £30 like it's like 1 mil. Like Nando's cost like £30 if you go with 2 people. Is Cognito Finance a good RWA or should I buy it? No, Cognito is actually a decent RWA play. There's not many good RWA plays, but that's actually a decent one. Was it Cognito or whatever the fuck it's called? I don't know what Ray is, my friend. Cognito. Yeah, this is one that Hoove likes. This is not a bad token. Tokenized traditional assets, on-chain finance. This kind of covers that DeFi, the AI powered as well. So it is AI powered. What's my Nando's order? But I'll get half a chicken with some rice and some mash. And then I get like 2 Pyrenees. That's my Nando's order. I'll always get the half chicken. Yeah, there you go. Quill. Yeah, see, Chris called another meme, Quill, which did a 9x as well. And it's still 6x up. There's a bunch of people called meme coins in the meme coin sector in my community. And they're making a bunch of money. I don't enter all of them, but the ones that do enter, they made a good amount of money. So this is why I think it's worth the investment. Yeah, I do like this project though. I do like this project. It has pumped in the short term. That is the only problem. I might consider buying a bag of this oh no, he hasn't pumped. I lied. Yeah, but this is not a bad token. I don't know if the team's doxed or not. I'll have to look into this further though. Any good partners? RWA World, A Bond. Nah, no good partners to be fair. Yeah, but this is not a bad RWA coin to hold, in my opinion. It's only $6 million in market cap. It's not a massive, it's not a massive market cap. And they do have artificial intelligence. So it's AI RWA. which is a unique feature in itself. If they can market themselves well enough, this will perform. This will definitely perform. It's doxed, G. Okay, it is doxed. Even better then. If they're doxed, then that's even better. Yeah, but this will definitely perform though. When RWA kicks in, I think tokenization does go live by the end of this month in the US. And you can see it had a massive pump and now it's calmed down. So yeah, this is not a bad place to start DCAing this project. It's only 1x down from the bottom. It might go down to like 0.5 and then it might wick down, but this is not a bad place to DCA this project, my friends. I've already looked into DAI. I put it into, where's DAI gone? I just looked at DAI, Ink AI earlier. I have to do more research on DAI. I'll look into DAI in my free time, and in the next live stream, I will let you know. Great community plus G's a genius and rare in this space. I appreciate you, Chris. I am somewhat short of a genius in the crypto space. Now we haven't moaned about AWT today yet. I haven't moaned about AWT. I joined the premium and £30 to £50 is nothing from what you will earn back easily. Exactly, bro. Just from that one call from Brat, you would have made 60x your money. You could have just paid for the next 5 to 6 months just from that one call. And there's other calls in the group. We just made like a 4x on one and 12x on another. Now we're trading meme coins regularly because we have to you got to adapt to the market. And we got 47 likes now. Fucking hell, that's not bad still. So the lives are growing now, to be fair. How many X left in GLQ? GLQ is one that I still hold in my portfolio. I think I'm up a decent amount on that. But the problem with GLQ is when it first came out, it was very different to what it is now. Before it was really good. Another project very similar to GLQ to what they do is this project right here. This is what GLQ used to do. It's forward protocol. It's only 400k market cap. They just lack marketing, but these guys got massive partnerships. The only problem with them is they're just on a shit chain. That's why they just haven't performed, because the chain is not bullish. But if you look at the partnerships for this project, they've got massive partnerships. They've got so many different partnerships. And I'm surprised it's only 400k. But they do a very similar thing to GLQ. But look at their partners. They partner with half of the fucking crypto. They've got infrastructure partners, DeFi partners, integration partners, ecosystem partners. Now, I don't know all of these projects, but they've got a bunch of partnerships, bro. They got chain partners. They got Layer 0. They got ZK Sync. They got Linear. They got all the top chains on there as well. And they've got Singularity U South of Africa, Cambridge. They got Cambridge University. This is not a bad project to look into. Definitely not a bad project to look into. Now, I don't think it's the right time to buy because this just keeps dumping every other day. It just keeps dumping lower and lower. It did pump recently though. And if you look at the 7 days, it's up 18%. But I think this is the floor for this project. Yeah, Forward is a very good looking project, I think. I would potentially grab a bag of this at some point, just not now. V-State. Let's have a look at V-State. I think this is one that you shared as well, actually. This is not a bad one. This is the project I was actually looking for this on one of my lives. V-State is not a bad project. This will definitely pump, to be fair. V-State is a good RWA project. I don't know if the team's doxed or not. I'll have to look into this further. So they've got DEX listing. They need to get a centralized exchange listing. So what's in the blueprint? Monthly opening new pools. Launch V-State platform. They haven't launched their platform yet. So they've got a bunch of stuff. They need to just work on it ASAP. Token utility. Yeah, I'll have to look into this further, but this is not a bad project though. It's just like a real estate market. Yeah, the website is pretty decent as well, to be fair. You know, I do like their website. They are audited by Certic. Now I'm sure the team for this is doxed. It has to be doxed. Oh, they already got a vesting agent. Oh no, they don't. They don't have a product right now. That's the only problem with this project. But even then, these pump anyways. Oh, it's not available on Mexi actually. I'll have to see if the team's doxed for this. Yeah, but V-State is not too bad. Let's see if he's pumped at all. 0.1 went all the way to 0.4. That's not really that good though. They're probably lacking marketing, I think. Let's see what they're doing on the X. 26k followers. Yeah, they're pretty active, to be fair. 10 hours ago. Yeah, they're fairly active on their X as well, which is always, you have to check if the X is, sometimes these projects are just dead. You have to check the X to see if these guys are still working, still active. But I'll grab this for a trade in the RWA narrative. I wouldn't touch it now though. So, GLQ, I think he can probably do it now around, what's the market cap for GLQ? 30 million. 500 million. 10x. Probably can do like another 15x from here. I reckon this can reach around 500 million for GLQ, possibly around that range. I think with AI and GPU, I think all the tokens will flow into the best projects. All the money, is going to flow into the best projects rather than spread across the narrative. Because so many AI and GPU tokens are scams and just copy and paste of each other. Like, this whole concept of AI, image generation, AI, voice to text to speech, whatever that is. There's so many different ones. Most of them are not going to perform. I think all the money is going to go into the legit ones. This is why I keep shilling AGI, AI Tech, because even Tectum now is an AI project, for those of you that didn't know. Yes, Armzilla, it's good to see you in the stream, my friend. But even AGI and AI Tech, like these type of projects, I think all the money is going to flow into those projects. They're not going to spread across all these copycat narratives. A majority of these tokens are just using basic LLM technology. And this is why I think most of the money is going to flow into the best ones. And this is a prime example because, when the AI narrative kicked in, all the top ones like AGI and AI Tech gave the most returns. And this is why I think even in the bull run it's going to be the same. Because people are not stupid. Institutions know, which ones are the legit ones, which ones are just copycats, scams. Most of these AI projects don't even have a docs team, especially the GPU ones. Half of them are just 5 tax, no docs team, but very basic, a decent website. Those are good to trade when the narrative kicks off, but you don't want to hold them long term, all the way to the bull run. You trade them and then you get rid of them when the narrative kicks in. That's all it is. Prop chain is decent, my friend. Prop chain is decent. Creo engine is not too bad either. Yo, we say Armzilla's arms looking hella small. Bro, his arms are pretty decent still, I can't lie. Armzilla, you on steads on that? You on steads? Yo, that's hilarious, bro. I think GLQ will probably reach around 500 million in market cap, around that region. Maybe a bit less. Last cycle, the most decent projects reached around 250 million. Some pushing 300. I think this cycle, if it's going to be bigger than the last one, let's say 300 to 400k, 300 to 400 million. Maybe pushing 500 million. Shit, you've been training. Oh, you've been training since you were 16. Fair enough, bro. That makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, GLQ is a good project. I do hold it myself. I still got a bag of GLQ. It's one that I'll probably potentially hold all the way to the bull run. It is a moon bag. It's not one that I would buy right now. But there's too many projects. But forward protocol is not too bad to hold. Yeah, Armzilla is a good guy, bro. He's a good guy. But just DCA your long-term holds right now, bro. You don't want to be, looking for too many new projects, especially new projects. All the new projects right now have very bad vesting schedules. All the early investors are up decent amounts. And this is why I told you guys, not to invest into ICNX, because ICNX is one, although it's a good, decent project, I can't say it's a terrible project. I think it's a good project. The only problem is all the early investors at the heights were up like 15x, all the way to like 12x. And even now, they're still up, I think they're still up around 2x. Some of them are up, these guys are up 2x, these guys are still up a decent amount. And it's going to go down to their level. They're going to keep dumping this token as it gets closer to the buying price. They're just going to keep dumping it until it's below the buying price. And then potentially they'll probably stop selling at some point. And then it would be the best time to invest into this project. So all the people that bought around these regions are pretty much wrecked now. And I told everyone not to buy this project because of all the early investors being up so much. It's a prime example of vesting schedules. When the seed people get their tokens by the end of August, if it's at decent prices, they're going to keep dumping it back down. All the public people, they're still up around 2x. So that's why you can see this keep constantly dumping. And it's the same thing with Corpo. Corpo is another good project. However, it's not worth the investment in the short term. I don't think gaming is going to take off anytime soon anyways. So there's no rush to keep buying this project. Once it's already broken this support, it's going to keep going lower. And I'll buy this sub 0.2. Sub 20 cents, around 18 to 16 cents will be a good time to start DCing this project. Because the vesting, I can't see the vesting for this, but early investors are still up a good amount. And when they get their tokens, they're going to keep dumping this down. People don't understand this with gaming projects. They always dump off launch. They might have a pump here and there. When they get manipulated by different groups or whatever it is, they will still come back down. Yeah, I'm on TRT, so yes, it got me bigger. Yeah, TRT does get you bigger, my friend. TRT will do that to you. Is there any side effects to TRT though? I think at that age, bro, you're going to have to jump on some test, bro, because your test was so low. You have to jump on some test, bro. I don't blame you, to be fair. I'll probably do the same thing when I'm at that age. Yeah, so, I wouldn't buy this just yet. I'll probably buy this around their prices. 0.05. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm bugging out. This is below idle price. Oh shit, this is 0.05. Yeah, these guys just keep dumping this shit down, bro. This pumped way too much. You gotta wait for this to calm down a little bit more, bro. Corpo is a good project though, long term. I just don't think it's worth the investment right now. I'll just wait for it to go down a bit more. I'll be live for like another 10 minutes. Let's just complete the 1 hour 50 and then I'll have to jump back off it. I'll be live for too long, bro. But just to summarize, for all the new people that's joined, don't buy anything until FOMC and CPI data is out. I think it's already been priced in around 60 something K. Are you on low dose? Yeah, I think that's all you need to be on, to be fair. Low dosage, bro. If you're hitting gym anyways, your test levels should be to a decent level. But just to wrap it up, boys, currently, I think 62 to 63K is priced in. And generally, when you see Bitcoin go down, just randomly out of nowhere before, when there's like some sort of data coming out, it just means that the insiders have they've already got insider information on what's going to happen. And this is why you see very sharp wicks down. So just position yourself, as I mentioned, have buy orders lower down. It might wick down there. Grab a trade bag on these long-term holds, AI Tech, Tech Term, AGI, OTK. These are very good, fundamentally strong long-term projects, and you can grab one for a long-term bag, grab one for a trade, because they will eventually bounce back and you could use that as a trade. And that's the only way you can trade utility tokens now, to be fair. You have to grab the strong ones that bounce whenever Bitcoin bounces. Otherwise, you have to trade meme coins in order to make short-term gains. This is just how it is right now. And DCA very slowly. There's no rush to DCA as fast as you can, bro, because we don't know. We could, if it goes down, if Bitcoin was to go down sub 60k, I think alts will probably go down another 20 to 30% from this current point. Just because the project's down 80%, 90% does not mean it can not go down another 80 to 90%. It does happen. It has happened before. So this is why you DCA very slowly. There is no rush for you to DCA regularly. Just DCA. And this is what I told my private community, not to touch anything until June. And look at the way it played out. If you bought anything the last 2 months, you would have been down at least an extra 30 to 40% in your bags. I don't force buy alerts. I don't do nothing like that. This is the whole incentive, right? Nah, fuck crypto gains, bro. I'm not crypto gains. Crypto gains is a funny guy, bro. That's just basically to summarize it. Bowtrain, I'll have a look at all your coins next live, my friend. You just posted about 15 new coins. I'll have a look at all of them. Alephium is not too bad. Alephium is a decent project. Would I hold it? I would not hold this personally. We already got Casper. This is a very similar concept to Casper. There's the other projects like Taraxa that kind of cover this block DAG narrative. I think Casper will be the king of this narrative. And money will flow. Generally, the way that it works is the top project does well, and then the money, about 20 to 30% of the market cap, will flow into the lower caps. So depending on how well Casper will do, this will probably pick up. But the vesting schedule for this is not too bad. I think it's spread across like 70 years or something. I don't even know exactly. But, it's already 145 million market cap. I prefer Tectum over this project. So if I was to buy any of them, I would just buy Tectum over this. You don't need to over diversify at this stage anyways. Or is Tectum already up 10%? That's even better then. Yeah, I've only been streaming for a month as well, to be fair, and I've kind of grown pretty fast. Oh yeah, what the fuck is up decent amount? Yeah, that's true. I've only been streaming for like a month. I've been on YouTube for like a month, bro, and I'm growing pretty rapidly. This is just that experience, bro. That's all that experience, all that gains I've made. RNT. It's RNT, bro. Oh, RNT is the fucking Andrew Tate shit, isn't it? Yo, it's down 48%. What the fuck? I thought Tate was shilling this. What happened to this? It could bounce back, but let it find a base first. I wouldn't touch it right now, though. It needs to find a level of support, and then I would buy it. This could just die back down, bro. Tate can't save a project on its own. So yeah, I would be careful with this one, bro. Thank you very much, Chris, bro. It's good to see you in the stream as always, my friend. I appreciate the support as well. Appreciate all the people that's in here, bro. Let's have a look at some of these guys' tokens. Host AI. Let's have a look at Host AI quickly. Okay, this is a really degen project. It looks like it's completely dead. Yes, Prez. It's good to see you, Prez. It's good to see you, my friend. Bro, this is a fucking rug pull, bro. Host AI is a rug pull. The real Rambo is here, bro. Rambo is indeed here. This is a rug pull, bro. Look at the trading volume. It's $700, bro. I think I looked at this yesterday. This is a scam. Host AI. Yeah, Southflex did tell me that you brought you in here, bro. It's good to have you in here, though. Everyone's getting Ramboed, bro. We got a whole community of Rambos in. Thanks to Prez. But yeah, this is a rug pull right here, my friend. There's no point investing into this project. Not at all. I don't think it's worth investing into this. Yeah. You think it can drop another 50%? Yeah, it is 50% down. If you find support there, it could be a good time to have a trade back right there. What other project this guy said? New Rush AI. But at least like it has to be good projects. You can't just don't just share anything, bro. Half of this is a proper DGen project. It's like not even 1% in circulation. I don't think that's correct though. Okay, this is kind of consolidating. It's on the BNB chain, which is ultimately not a bullish chain. I've already looked at this. Yeah, AI chatbot. Yeah, I don't really like these type of projects, bro. These are very easy to make. And I'm sure it doesn't have a docs team. I've already talked about this. I'm pretty sure I have. This looks very familiar. Yeah, no docs team. 700k in market cap. It is up 40% on the daily. Oh, we had a very big dip. This has been performing pretty well on the short term. On the monthly at least. Yeah, 80% up on the month. That's not too bad to be fair for this. This isn't too bad. Yeah, RNT, I think it probably will have another leg up, to be fair. It's down about 40% on the daily. It could be a good time to buy this if Tate decides to push this again. This is the thing, right? It all depends on him. But he has showed this a few times already, so it's already 14. I think this was like 14 million a couple of days ago. That's crazy, that is. If this goes sub 10, it's probably worth a bag, just a little gamble bag. It was Piccolo now. I told you RBS is gonna keep going lower, bro. This is the one that, oh shit, this is flying, bro. Oh, you bought this shit? This picker right here. I thought this was the one that the other guy called. I thought this is the one that Silver called. No, this ain't the one. Yeah, Chirply is a good token, my friend. Chirply is a good token. Chirply will do well because, you know, they've got a lot of money from Binance team. So they've got a big chunk from what's their name? Khalid, good to see you in the stream, my friend. It's good to see you in the stream. Yeah, Chirply ultimately has got a very big grant from Binance. And they haven't announced this yet, but I do know the CEO personally, so he has told me all the stuff they have planned. Now, they will get a tier 1 exchange listing at some point. However, I don't think it's the correct time to do it. And I do think, you know, eventually they will get a tier 1 exchange. They've got some very big partnership with Sony and Warner Music, sorry. And I do think it will perform well. They have the brand new platform out already. They're going to have the TikTok integration. You know, I think there's going to be a bunch of people actually utilizing them. And then once they get a tier 1 exchange listing, I think Chirply could potentially reach around $500 million in market cap. You know, it could do a bit more. But that's just conservative, that is. 500 billion. That is how much a good project should reach this bull run, if it's going to be bigger than the last one. You know, the average project last time did reach around 250, 300. So if this one's going to be bigger, then we should see Chirply around $500 million in market cap. And if they get a tier 1 exchange, it could potentially do a bit more, maybe 700 to 800. And I do think it is one that I would personally hold in my portfolio as a DGen AI project. You know, it is AI marketing, and it did pump when AI pumped. And I call this, you know, around 200k, 300k market cap in my public group before I had the VIP group. And I did hold this for a very long time. I have a few, now not 500 billion, Russ, but I've been talking for so long, but I can't even speak properly right now. Yeah, but this was one that I did call very early in my public group, around 250k, 300k market cap. You know, I was in contact with the CEO for a long time, and I did like what they was doing. You know, they had a lot of connection with Binance Labs as well behind the scenes. It hasn't been made official, but one of the leading marketing directors in Binance have joined their group. This hasn't been announced either. So, this is the thing, bro. Like, once you get enough, connections in crypto, when you've been in crypto for a long time, you can get access to a lot of insider information, bro. And I've already mentioned this before. There is all these projects that they claim to be decentralized, bro. All of them have secret meetings with whales on what to do with the project next. And I'm in quite a few of these groups already. So if you want a whale in any project, you can go to talk to the CEO. You can kind of dictate what they want to do with the project, when to market, when to shill it, And this is very common. If you got a decent amount of AGI, AI tech, you can get inside information on them as well. And I have a lot of AGI. Hoove is in AI tech's higher tier. He gets inside information there as well. This is just how it is. I already talked about shockwaves, bro. I already talked about it. Amulet's not too bad. Now, Amulet did get delisted off, what's it called? It did get delisted off HTX, which was where the majority of the volume was. And this is why you're seeing a massive dump on Amulet. And the market cap is lower than this. It's not this high. Yeah, you did predict it yesterday, didn't you, Soulflex? You made money yesterday, now you're going to lose it. That's crazy. This is how the market works, man. It's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I wouldn't touch Amulet just yet. I think it'll probably go a little bit lower, and then it will be worth the investment. Maybe around 0.15-ish or 0.1. 1 second, boys. Are we going to drop coins in the chat with zero context now? This is what I'm saying, bro. This guy's just spamming coins. I think it's dropped like... Yeah, he is. Prezi is. Hoove is the king of AI tech. Bro, please stop spamming so many coins, bro. Shockwaves is decent. I just wouldn't buy it now. I'll wait for like another 20% drop before buying Shockwave as a trade for the gaming run. I would not hold it right now because it has the potential to go lower. When the gaming run takes off, you could trade Shockwaves. That's the only reason I would buy it. New Rush AI, I would not touch it. I think that's a terrible project. Playable. Let's have a look at Playable, actually. I haven't looked at that project in a long time. Freeball was a good token. They just got so many node holders. They just keep dumping it down. I think this is almost at all-time lows, isn't it? Nah, it's like 3x down. If it goes down another like 50%, then I might think about, yeah, Prez, I'm the king of AGI, bro. Not a lot of people hold the same amount of AGI tokens as me, bro. No, I had about 1 million tokens at one point. I did cut down. I did take profits. I think it's wise to take profits because the market's not going to keep going up forever. Anyone that didn't tell you to take profits on AGI and AI tech just shows how inexperienced they are. Because these projects are not going to keep going up. And when that hype came around AGI, with a Binance listing, I knew that was going to be the top. And that is exactly when I called the top for AGI. I called it the exact top. I think I called it at 60 cents to take profits. And from there, it dumped back down. And it's quite obvious because when retail gets into a project, as soon as that hype is done, as soon as that top slows down, then ultimately it will come back down. Retail does not hold these projects long term. They trade them. Which narrative could run first, AI or this is the thing. It's hard to. The best way to explain it, Khalid, it's hard to predict which narrative is going to go down next. You have to kind of shift to see what influencers are talking about. I've seen some of the big influencers talking about gaming. What gaming projects are you buying now? So that could be a sign to show where the influencers are going to move next. If all the influencers start focusing on gaming, then we will see a gaming run. And that is one way to predict it. Now, another way is if there is any catalysts coming up that could potentially, cause a pump in the crypto space. For example, if GTA 6 was to, release tomorrow, we will see a gaming pump. The gaming narrative will take off. Just simple stuff like that. If NVIDIA, if Apple creates some massive AI shit, some very revolutionary shit, then we will see AI pump. And this is how it is. Hard to predict. And this is why diversifying your portfolio is so important. Because if you already position every single narrative anyways, it doesn't matter, what pumps next, you're already positioned. So you don't want to be betting on which one to pump next. If let's say AI does pump next or gaming does pump next, you should be then looking to grab AI projects next because they're most likely to pump next. Once that's done, RWA would be my next bet. Yeah, my AGI bag is very fat. I did load some off, but I still hold a big chunk. And I'm still adding a little bit more at these prices. Yeah, Lanify is a good project to be fair. Well, it's not a good project long term, but it is a good project to hold or to trade when the narrative kicks in. This is like AI deepin. I've talked about this quite a few times on my stream. It did do like a 2x in the short term. However, this is a very decent token to hold during, a narrative. When the narrative kicks in, this is the kind of tokens you want to hold. Just FYI, I posted in our group, every time BTC was running to 70k, BNB created a sell wall and BTC dumped, it would disappear. Oh, really? I never knew that, skid marks. That's interesting, that is. Maybe Binance is struggling financially, so they're probably loading some off at these prices. Maybe. A lot of the exchanges do stuff like this. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I think RWA will definitely pump. I think RWA will be a massive narrative this coming cycle. RWA is one, tokenization is going live in the US in a couple of days. Bro, Boucher and Mora, bro, please stop spamming so many tokens, bro. Delicium is a good token. Mavi is decent as well. But stop spamming so many tokens, bro. I'm not gonna look at all of them. I think you spammed like 15 tokens already. Yeah, RWA will pump 100%. If BlackRock wants to tokenize stuff and they're going to, start implementing tokenization, within the real world, in RWA, in the blockchain is the best way to tokenize anyways. All these big institutions are using these crypto tokens, crypto like Chainlink, Hedera, Hashgraph, Ondo, all these projects. These are the ones that are going to pump, when RWA takes off. All the low caps will pump as well. There's not too many RWA projects. So this is why you should invest into about 2 to 3 in them. One safe one, and then one that is a little bit risky. And I'll put like a mid cap one, like a medium cap one, like 30 mil, 20 mil. But I'm working overtime because of Boucher and exactly. Look, spam a few tokens, but I've talked about most of these tokens already. Yeah, I called AI Tech's top as well. It wasn't just AGI. I called the top for both of them. Ross. Spamming coins after coins, bro. Fuck it, I can't look at all of them. I call the top for both of them, bro. It's not hard to predict when the top is going to be. Just in the short term, at least. In the bull run, it's a little bit harder to predict the top, obviously. But even then, it's not that hard. Nah, it's alright, bro. It's alright. Don't worry about it. That Starwall was just discovered today with BNB. Why is BNB now? BNB was putting in all-time highs. Let's have a look at BNB. Oh, it's back down to 600. That's not bad though. 600. Fuck, can I look? It's almost 100 billion. Yeah, BNB just put in new highs, which is ridiculous. You would never thought. It just shows how big this bull run is, bro. It's gonna be at least. Eventually, people are gonna sell BNB, all these massive tokens and put them into the low caps, into the mid caps. This is where we come into play and make our money, bro. All right, boys. let's wrap this up now, boys. If you want to join the private group, you can join. The links are in the description for everything. If you want to join my public group, the links are in the description. These are the 2 tiers that's available. If you want to join, feel free to join. If not, then just keep watching the live streams. Drop a like if you haven't already done so. And the 2 hours is complete, boys. I appreciate everyone that came down. Bro, there's too many BNB coins exactly. And it's a dead chain anyways, bro. I don't really like BNB chain. Appreciate all you guys for coming down, boys. I will be live potentially maybe tomorrow or the day after. I shall see. I may make a video tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. But thank you guys for